Yo, what is going on, guys? That's Gaming back once again in my Great Tech World on episode 9. And I had to update the pack recently. So the other night, I was processing resources and gathering material just kind of on my own. Like I said, I didn't end up streaming it because it didn't take that long, but I just kind of went and did it. And what I had found is that in the electrolyzer, so let's take a look. So I had a whole lot of sphalerite dust that I wanted to process, and you're supposed to have a 9% or 9.17, There's a chance to get gallium from the electrolyzer. I sent like 40 of it through, and the pack used to have like almost a pity system where if you weren't getting it, you would be guaranteed to get like, if you do 100 runs of this recipe, you'll get 9 of it. That's the example. But I wasn't getting any of it, and it was very suspicious, so I looked it up on the Discord, and it turns out that there is an issue. So the version I'm on now is Nightly 737. I don't know how stable it is, but we're going to see. If there's any more bugs, I'll deal with it on my own, and that'll be that. So yeah, other stuff I've been doing, a lot of mining. I gathered up all my resources again, sort of built up a stockpile again, and I'm gonna need more. I'm processing like a ton of redstone right now. I just have to go and clean it, which is gonna be annoying, but whatever, it's fine. And it's also all in here as well. And I've also been working towards the healing axe. So I've been cooking, which is kind of boring stuff, I guess, off screen. But I realized I could pretty much just do it. And so I went searching for a lavender biome, found it. I didn't have to look that far. Well, looks like my map is messed up. It like forgot my progress in the map. Oh no, maybe it's just that's the cave map. Hold up, let me go to the surface. I can show you the path that I went. But this seed is like a god seed, honestly. Like there's just so much good stuff. So I like went out this way. Kind of followed the river. And somewhere over here, I don't think you can see it from the map, but I found a lavender biome, and then I found a swamp biome right by this cool village, which is like a huge village over here. The swamp biome is useful. Actually, was that the village I was at? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, there's the swamp. But yeah, the swamp biome is useful because that's where you find the blue orchids, and both of those are really hard to get because you need them to make the rainbow curry, which is the hardest thing, in my opinion, to make for the healing axe. Now I have everything I need for that. So I actually also gathered the burning blossoms. And yeah, now we're chilling for that. I've been crafting tofu. Super easy to do. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Super easy to do. Replacement for meat in these recipes. Yeah, we've been going good. And then anything else going on? What else did I do? I made a whole bunch of Invar, and I made a whole bunch of Cooper Nickel. I should probably make more than this, but for now we're gonna leave it at that. And if you know a little bit like Greg Tech, you know about this foreshadowing where we're going to be going today. And we're going to be working on 2 different things. Number one is the healing axe. I'm almost done with that, honestly. I'm just going to go and finish that. And then an EBF, or electric blast furnace. So this is like where the game starts to open up, because we're going to be able to start advancing tiers pretty quickly. So we're going to do a run into MV. We're going to get some cool stuff from that, and then we're going to take a little bit of time, maybe build up a base. And forgive me, but I found a great wood tree. I think we're going to use great wood again. I just love the color of the wood so much, so we're going to plant. I don't know if I need 4 saplings or 1. I could test it with bone meal, but I just love the color of it. It's definitely my favorite block, like, of all time, so we're going to use it for floors. And we're going to make things look a little bit different than they did last time. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. I can't bone meal that. Yeah, I'm not gonna rebuild the same base. We're gonna use the great wood again, but it's not gonna be the same thing, I promise. And yeah, it's kind of that. So next up, I'm gonna keep cooking. I moved the work table over here. It's super useful to have a work table to make milk and fresh water and all the tofu stuff. I'll probably leave it here. I don't know. Maybe I'll move it back. But I did find more books in that village too, so I could make more of these now. So maybe I will leave it here. That shouldn't be in there. But yeah, I'm going to continue making the food. In here I have it stored, but I finished already. I finished the lighted meals. Party breakfasts are done. The beef Wellingtons are so easy to make. They're pretty much done. And then, yeah, the rest of the stuff is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to wrap that up and we'll be back. Okay, another annoying thing that we actually have is the maple. So to make the sausage and bread, you need maple sausage. And I happen to just have maple trees right by my base, so it's not a problem. This seed is just, like, absurd. It's just so perfect. At least for the early game, getting the healing axe. All right, everything is completed. These are all the hardest foods to make, and we're ready to submit. And there we go. Healing Axe is done. Massive moment. I love this little quest. It's so fun to do, and the payoff is insane. So now we don't got to worry about food really anymore. Like I said, the benefit of worrying about food is that when you're in like combat scenarios, it could be good to have food to very quickly max out your saturation, and you also get more hearts from it. But otherwise, there's not much of a reason to do all that. So yeah, now we're chilling. We got the healing axe. Okay, next up, we're gonna work towards the EBF, and part of that is gonna be creating more turbines, and the other part of that, I guess. Actually, I think I have everything ready. I just need to craft it. Let me see. I think I have pretty much everything done. Ooh, I gotta get the coils made. The coils are quite a difficult part. Let's go to the quest page. Okay, so these need molten tin. So 16 ingots of tin for now. We're definitely going to want more than one EBF, but it's just a matter of we can't power multiple EBFs right now. So yeah, that's just what I got to deal with. Ooh, I can make my rotors now too. I was going to make a whole bunch of tin rotors, and I made a bunch of liquid tin for that, but I totally forgot about it. Because I needed more aluminum. And I found aluminum gravel. Yes, there it is. Alright, run that back through. Finding aluminum early game is so annoying. But very soon you're going to see we're going to start getting a lot more aluminum. I got plans. Let me tell you, I got plans to get aluminum. Alright, other things, I don't think I mentioned these new machines that I got. I made the polarizer. This lets me make magnetic iron rods easier. Because the previous recipe was just wasteful. Takes 4 redstone. Yeah, there it is. Very wasteful recipe. That's easy. And I made an electrolyzer. So that's that. I forgot if I mentioned them or not. But yeah, continuing on. Make a whole bunch of motors. But yeah, I'm going to need 3 new machines as well. One of which is the mixer, the forming press, and the brewery. Actually, I can't make the brewery. Scratch that. I want to make the distillery. I just remember the brewery is not doable because you need a brewing stand to do that. I have not found a brewing stand yet. And the brewing stands are annoying to make. Yeah, you need Thaumcraft. I'm not doing that right now. Okay, so we'll do the other ones then. Yeah, these are all pretty easy to make. I have all the resources that I need at this point, so we're not worried about any of this stuff. Yeah, these are all easy to make. I made a whole lot of circuits as well, just to sort of prepare for the future of things. And the reason I made like 20 of them and not like a stack is that we're going to unlock a much cheaper recipe for circuits very soon. So I want to make like as few of them as I have to, but also make a lot. Like there's kind of a balance to be had. Yeah, we're going to finish these up. I got to finish my rotors. My aluminum should be done. So we're going to keep making more molds. Because very soon we're going to have MV machines. And the MV extruders are going to change everything. Which we're constantly having everything be changed right now. But there is good reasons for that. We're just constantly unlocking great upgrades. So we'll do something like this. 3 of these. 9 of those. Then we'll let that cook. And then I'm going to need to put a bunch of steel in there too. I don't know, let's just throw like 16 in. Couldn't get the last one. But yeah, I'm going to make you a whole bunch of molds still. There's a lot to do. And we'll let that go while we do other things. Okay, and this is all the machines that I'm needing. We want to get the distillery going right away. Because it's going to take quite a while to do its thing. So we'll throw that there. Okay. And now, you know what, hold on, let me go to this quest. If I remember. Yeah, look at that. 64 empty cells. That's great right now, and we'll take that. That's a great quest reward at the moment. Okay, and we'll go over here, and we're going to grab some creosote. And we're going to take that and put it in a distillery. This is crazy. I get 8 lubricant every 3 seconds. It's gonna take forever. Okay, whatever though. We're just gonna keep that running for a while, and then it'll do its thing eventually. And then yeah, while we're at it, while that goes, there's 2 routes to get your coil blocks. Aluminosilicate is there if you can't find mica, but we did find mica, and I got quite a bit of it. So let me go grab it, and I'll show us what we're gonna do. Alright, so I got it cooking already. There's quite a few layers to what you gotta do with the mica. So first off, it's pretty rare. It's a very rare vein to find, but I managed to find some of it in Twilight Forest, which I'd actually never seen it spawn in the Twilight before, but I guess I can, because it did. But yeah, you get the mica dust, you mix it with raw rubber, and you get the mica-based pulp. From there, you put it in the forming press with asbestos, which we have tons of, and you can get mica-based sheets. Then the sheets need to be smelted with, I guess, like some form of like SiO2. Doesn't really matter what form it is in. I actually don't have a great source of this. I need to go mine another quartz vein or something, and then we'll do that. You could also just use silicon dioxide itself, which I believe you can get from sand. I think you need to electrolyze it. Yeah, that's not a great recipe. We'll just go mine some nether quartz, I guess. But yeah, then you do all that, and then finally you can get mica insulator foils by bending it, and then you can make all the different coils. And it's that easy. This is just 4 steps, super easy. So yeah, we're gonna let this run for a while. I'm gonna give it a chest and a hopper, just because there's gonna be quite a lot of mica to go through here. And there's no reason not to do it all, so we'll just process as much of it as I can right now. Because I don't think the mica dust has any other use than in this purpose. I've never seen that, so we're just gonna process all of it, let it go, and we're gonna walk away, and we'll come back, and it'll be done. Oh, you know, it's gonna be a problem. Alright, there. Let that run for quite a while. That will take forever. Lubricant's coming along pretty well. Alright, so I'm gonna go find a source of SiO2 because I forgot about it. Which just basically means I'm gonna go mine out a vein, so we shall do that. Alright, we're starting making the coils. This is huge. So I had an extra turbine up here. I just needed more throughput in the power. I have too many machines going at once. So that's what we did there. Being able to upgrade these cables would help me a lot, because right now these are 1 EU loss cables. So on each block they go, they lose an EU. But if they didn't lose any, it'd be really nice. So we'll try to upgrade them pretty soon. You can do that once you have a blast furnace. And yeah, we're just kind of upgrading stuff right now. Pretty sure we're just going to throw the blast furnaces over here in this area. Maybe I'll smooth this over a little bit. Maybe not. We'll just start putting them down right here. We already have the steam line coming right here. That'd be perfect. We're going to hit an issue, though, soon where we're at the maximum limit of the steam pipes, and it's going to be a problem. Because 4 of these is pretty much the upper limit. You can see they're draining. They're not able to maintain. You know, let me do this real quick, so they don't slosh at all. But these aren't able to maintain because this is the maximum amount of steam that is able to flow through these pipes. It's slightly over it. So these are going to run out at some point. Yeah, I mean, let's take a look at it. These take 1552. If you multiply it by 4, you're like 200 liters over. So this one's already shutting off. Not good. That's a problem. And how we're going to solve that is probably just stop using steam. But we might be able to fix it another way. I have an idea brewing. We'll see if that works. Okay, everything is done. Final thing to make is the furnace itself. And now we just gotta form it. So, I mean, I guess we're gonna put it over here. I'm not decided. Maybe I move this over and I upgrade the pipes here. That's kind of what I was thinking. So, let me take out my potent. Where'd my potent go? Oh, you know, it's probably over here. Yep, there it is. So we made a lot of new potent. And let's start making this into plates, and then we can do all that. So we'll upgrade the size of the pipes for the stuff close to it, and we'll keep the power gen close for now. And then pretty soon we'll upgrade to using oil, so we don't have to worry about that anyways. So now we wait again. I'm going to make like 3 more vending machines, I think, once I can get better circuits, I guess. Because I need to parallelize this. It's very annoying to me. Alright, I'm putting the finishing touches on this whole system. Now, all I gotta do is hook up the power, really. Do something like that. And then we're gonna run a steam line over to here. Pretty soon we'll be able to upgrade this even more. Yeah, we'll do something like that. And then we'll place the cables last so we can all connect. But yeah, we're gonna be able to smelt some cool stuff now. I upgraded to large potent pipes because I just thought that these would be better for transporting the steam. Now we won't run out all the time. Another thing I potentially do is get another valve. I don't think I need it right now, but like another output basically for steam from that over there. I guess I don't think that I really need it right now, but we can consider that. We'll just do that. And I'm out of cables. We could steal one from here for now. Okay, now the last thing to get in business, we gotta take the duct tape reward. 3 loot bags is kind of alright, but we need to repair this somehow. And that's it. EBF done. The first one, that is. It's going to be many more. I have historically been lazy with EBFs because it's hard to find mica. But we're going to go crazy this time. I want many EBFs because I don't want to be waiting around for them. That's what makes me not enjoy the game. Okay. So, other things we could do. I guess we could start smelting. We need to have this running all the time. So, the first thing to do is aluminum, right? So we need alumina and cryolite to make aluminum here. Yeah, I don't think there's a way around that currently. I'm not sure if I can get this right now. Let me see. Oh, you know, I can. I can do that. That's not a great recipe, though, to do all these. Let me research something. I have an idea. All right, so this is the first thing we should do, actually, is make this gallium arsenide crystal. And I prepared for this already because I knew I was going to need it. I prepared some gallium, and then I have the real guard dust. I've been collecting this in the nether specifically, so let's centrifuge this while we're thinking about it. And then in a little bit, we'll have some arsenic from that. I feel like I had arsenic from another source as well. I don't remember what it was, though. Yeah, I have cobaltite now anyway, so that was not even important to get that. But that's an MV, so, you know, that wasn't important to get. So the Railguard is good for LV arsenic. And that'll get us through. And then I have 15 aluminum just from my travels and getting the aluminum gravel. So we will compress those into raw aluminum. We could smelt those into aluminum. That should be enough to get me to the MV electrolyzer, which is going to let me get basically more renewable sources of aluminum. Yeah, this is pretty cheap. It's not bad at all. So yeah, 9 aluminum for that. None of this other stuff requires aluminum, so we have enough. And then we're gonna start making these good circuits. Let's bookmark these. Yeah, we're gonna follow this train down to here. We want the basic circuit assembler, and then to get to that, we actually got to make the good circuit. But we can do all that. All right, now we're going. I noticed I didn't connect these wires. That was really close to being a disaster. All right, only a minute for that. It's not bad at all. So we'll make like 3 of those, I guess. Actually, maybe I'll just save some just so I have it. The gallium. We'll just do 1 for now, and I'll try to see what I can get away with, because it is a little bit expensive. The gallium is not in plentiful supply right now. All right, there we go. Shout out to this new sound effect for the blast furnace. I don't think I've ever noticed it having sound before. So that's pretty good. All right, let me take a look at what I do next. If I remember, this has to go in the forge hammer. I really don't remember, though. We'll grab the gallium here, because We're gonna have tons of arsenic in a very short time period. Okay. Yeah, small piles. That's not good. Yeah, these recipes are awful. I wonder if I have tantalum lying around somewhere. I feel like I've found tantalum veins before. Let me look. I know I have one that I can go mine. Because I want to make the most of this gallium while I have it. I don't want to waste any of it. This vein goes down really far. I wonder if I place water down there. Let's find out. Alright, I should have checked the recipes before we went out. This needs HV to smelt. We can't do that. Which is unfortunate, but it's okay. The other thing is I fixed the system a little bit. It was voiding items occasionally. I think that was because the aluminum was needing 120 volts of power. And we were losing just enough to make it like 119 or something through the cable loss. So now we have a battery buffer and then just two cables here. So that's going to be always 120. And then I made these batteries. They're pretty easy to make. Canning machine, sodium, small battery hole, battery alloy. Yeah, easy stuff to make. I just threw a canning machine right here. So that's that. Now my aluminum is done. And I want to work towards the electrolyzer, but I need to make these good circuits. So we need a bunch of diodes. Which I believe this is the reason I was wanting tantalite. Yeah, it was. Okay. Alright, well, we're just taking an L. We're just going to make it the bad way, I guess. So what is the recipe we're going to be using? I guess this is it. Oh my god, it's so bad. Two of them. Oh, it's painful. Let me see what else we can do. Alright, so I didn't see the exact recipe I'm looking for, but this will come in handy anyways. This is an arc furnace. And this guy takes in oxygen, and it basically just smelts stuff. So we'll put it as close to the generators as we can. It takes 3 amps of energy. So it's quite a bit of an energy eater. Yeah, there's no better recipe that I could find. There is no molten glass, annealed copper, small piled recipe. The only ones that do that take polyethylene. So all those are no-goes. That's polyethylene. That's tantalum. So yeah, there's no other way around it. Okay, we'll do it that way. It's fine. So I think we're out of glass. I can make some more. Alright, it's time to progress a little bit. So before we do that, I found a new quest over here that I never noticed before called Keeping Things Organized. And I don't know how new this is, but these item holders. And they're pretty cheap to make. And what you basically do is you throw them they're like a cover you put on the machine. And then you put items in them. So for the alloy smelter, I put all the molds in here. It's going to be really nice for the extruder. This thing is awesome. Only downside is that it always pops up over here for me. I would like it if it was like pinned right here, but no, this is super good. That's so convenient. I don't need this chest anymore. We can get rid of that. And yeah, we can continue on with what I was doing, which is making circuits. So I've gathered all the materials I need for a whole bunch of them. I think I need like 9 or 10 in total. I forget the number, but this is good for now. Quest done. Free stuff. And now we can finish up our circuit assembler. I think I have all the stuff that I need on me. No, I don't. I don't have the machine casing. I was almost fully prepared. I know I had one at one point, but I probably used it. Okay. All right, there we go. Big milestone here. This thing is really, really nice. So now we have cheaper recipes for all the circuits. And I guess I'll just keep throwing machines. I'll have to put them in the end, maybe. Okay. Bad rewards. We'll just take a loot bag and we'll put it in the storage for now. I haven't opened like many loot bags recently. There isn't that much that I want from them, so. Okay. Just eating that for the hearts. Okay, we have the MV tab unlocked now. Okay, we could actually do all that. Let me grab my aluminum. I should have already done this. I don't know why I didn't bend these already. But yeah, we're just going to throw these in the circuit. Not the circuit, the plate bender. Aluminum is so quick in the bending machine. It feels awesome. I love it. Also just like the color of it. It feels like very fresh to switch to aluminum after being on steel for so long. Yeah, just real quick. You know, we could do these in the over here. I added more work tables too. You probably noticed if you saw what I was just doing. Okay. And we 1x coppers. I made a whole bunch of 1x copper cables because I knew I was going to need them. This is not nearly enough, by the way. Okay. First MV machine hull done. And the first MV machine is the electrolyzer, which is probably the most important one. I think I made the silver wire. Maybe I didn't. We'll just make some now. It's okay. And yeah, this thing is going to be opening up a ton of doors for us, and it's going to be super nice. Silicon, lithium, aluminum, of course. Just tons of stuff is opening up now. So we're going to get to it. Let me craft this thing real quick. Okay, and there we are. Advanced electrolyzer. Now, the only thing now is that we need to make a new area for these machines that are going to be higher tiered. Not sure where we're going to put that right now. I guess, let's see if there's any recommended way to go about this. No. Is there a way to do this without needing more aluminum right now? I'm not sure. I mean, let's open the bag. Useless. I didn't actually look at anything I wanted in the bags or not. Alright, let me think of a way to get MV power to this. I don't know if it'll work if I supply it with like 4 amps of LV. I mean, we could try it maybe. It does want 1 amp of MV, which is equal to 4 amps of LV. So that was obviously having issues, and we could fix this pretty easily with a transformer. I don't remember if that would work that way, but I guess it doesn't. So I guess we're going to throw this... Maybe we can put them over here, because then we can use our machines independently. This won't draw all the power away from over there. I do have plans to get more infrastructure going pretty soon so that I can replace all these. I want this to step up, actually. Okay, stepping up. That is that. And then... MV, MV. Oh, what hurt me? Put it right there, and then we should be able to electrolyze and get more aluminum. And then from there... Oh, it might be the other way around. Yep, it was. Okay. I had transformer backwards. The 4 dots go to this. Okay, cool. So we're cooking now. Put my backup batteries over there. And like I said, we're going to improve things soon. We're going to be able to make much more power. But right now we're a little bit limited just because of the state of things, as you can see. And there we go. We're starting to get more aluminum dust, which means we could smelt more aluminum in the blast furnace, which means more MV machines. Then it goes back and forth, snowballs. You can get more and more stuff. So that's what we'll keep doing. All right, guys, we are going now. We're cooking. So this is the gameplay loop for MV pretty much. Electrolyze a whole bunch of dust, grab the stuff that comes out, throw it in the barrel. I get my aluminum dust. This needs to be compressed. And this is making me think. Remember when I said that steam multi-block compressor seemed useless? Maybe it does have a use for a huge throughput of aluminum that I'm going to be having. But I mean, it's not the hugest issue to put it in the compressor. I could also make an LV or an MV compressor. I don't know, we can just make the new multi just because it's a new and say screw it. And, you know, somebody else also pointed out these are apparently wall shareable. I tried to do it, but I think I messed it up. I think that what I was doing, it wasn't working for me when I tested it. I think I accidentally put a block in the middle of the second steam grinder. I think that's what my problem was. So I could try that again to compress the space, rebuild this setup in a more efficient way. It's like they could share like an output bus if I really need them to, you know? So we can rearrange this room a little bit. Other problem right now, our steam supply is not keeping up. So you can see the tank is starting to drain. We have a huge buffer, but it is draining now. And I might have been running this for like 15 minutes straight, maybe. I don't really know. But we're starting to lose our buffer, which is a bit of a problem. I could go up here and make more steam boilers, or the solar boilers. The cost of these is quite low at this point, so maybe we just add another row. And look, we are actually losing efficiency. They're at 344 out of 360 right now. Yeah, I mean, I could add another row of this and have them all go into a 12,000 pipe on like the primary header, just to save on potent. But I think that's for next time, guys, because for today, we're pretty much done. We made a whole lot of progress. I think we did a good job. I'm also starting to think about the base. So this is obviously not permanent or final in any way, what we have right now. This is just my beginning tier, early game Greg Tech core base. So what are we going to do for the final base? I'm not exactly sure. I have some small ideas. So there's two conflicting ideas. Number one is that I learned a lot about bees and crops last time that I played, and I actually quite enjoyed playing with them. So passive materials would be very nice to have, and at least like a gimmick base around passiving things would be interesting to me. But the other thing is that the miners got a huge buff in this pack, or in this latest version. So because of the way the ores are spawning now, and they make those raw ores, if that stays true with these miners, these have fortune bonuses. So this has a fortune bonus of 4 on the multi-block, 5, 6, 7 on that one. These are going to become very, very powerful ways to collect resources. Not that they weren't powerful before, they were still very good, but now you're going to get an actually absurd amount of stuff from those miners. And I think that passing the materials is probably not going to be worth it a lot of time for me, because I'm just going to get so much of it from a couple veins. Not sure what the thoughts are, people that are playing this version on that, but that's one thing that sticks out to me as being interesting and like distinct about this version of GTNH compared to the previous ones. It's an interesting, I guess, dichotomy where I feel like passive stuff isn't as important, but maybe I'm wrong and that it is still important. Like one thing I'm gonna probably want to still do is like passive gold. How do you get the gold dust? This is one of the first things I'm gonna want to do probably very, very soon. I think it's a centrifuge recipe. Oh yeah, you just centrifuge glowstone, you get redstone and gold. It's actually MB, we could start doing that. But the glowstone comes from crops. This is an extractor recipe, I remember this. The glow flower, there's multiple ones. Glowing coral is a very good one. I think if I remember correctly, the glowing coral was the one that I went with last time. It's the best one. Yeah, this is something to set up that's going to give you a lot of gold, because gold is a little bit hard to come by, and I'm getting a lot of it very, very soon, because gold is one of the primary resources of HV. Same with silver. But silver is easy to find in the Twilight Forest, so I'm not worried about it. But we're not in HV yet, we're in MV, so we'll focus on that right now. And I will continue processing materials. Probably going to smelt up like a bunch of aluminum while we're waiting. And then consider what we're going to do for the future. So, yeah, it's been a good time today. But a lot of time spent in this episode for me. It's been a couple days. I've been distracted from the game, and also it's getting to the point when things are a bit slower, so it might be slower episodes sometimes, but we're chilling, making progress, and we're having fun. You know, that's what it's all about. Till next time, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day.